Hi, I'm Tressa.
And I'm Ed.
And this is our boat, Tread Water. We want to invite you along to join us as we get ready to embark on a trip of a lifetime. We have been planning this for quite some time.
Yeah, 3 years now. Well, no, 4 years now with the pandemic. So 4 years we've been kind of from the planning stages to where we are now, us sitting on our boat.
All right, so give you a little history about us. We met each other in college, Central Michigan University.
Yep, Fire Up Chips.
Fire Up Chips. That was a short 32 years ago
Yep.
that we met. We've been happily married for 26 years now, have 2 wonderful children. Kayla, who's 23.
Brandon, who's 21.
Yep, Kayla moved off to Colorado a little over a year ago.
Brandon works for our business.
So they both are adults now and living their lives, so we decided, hey, why don't we take some time for ourselves?
And let's take a little adventure. We are on a boat, and we are about to embark on a journey that will take us probably 2 years to complete based on our schedules.
Maybe a little longer.
Maybe a little longer. We'll see as we go. What's the trip we're about to do here?
We are about to embark on America's Great Loop.
Yes. So for those of you out there that don't know what the Great Loop is, the Great Loop is the circumnavigation essentially of the eastern United States through the river systems and the intercoastal waterway and the Great Lakes. And then that trip in its simplicity is right around 6,000 miles. As it sits right now, we're getting ready to depart. We're going to do our loop our way, and that's kind of what they say about the loop. Everyone's loop is their own loop, and that's primarily because everyone has different requirements, and our requirements are that we cannot retire. So we are going to keep working and doing our loop in segments where we will go on a journey for a month or 2 months and then return back and take care of the things we have to take care of, follow her career, which that will be a big hiatus in our plans, which will again slow us down, but we're okay with that. That works for us.
That's the nice part about it. Some people sell their homes.
Yes.
They call them dirt homes. So they sell their dirt homes, buy a boat, live on their boats until they're done. And some just continually loop.
Seemingly forever.
Until they find someplace they just love, and then they sell their boat and buy a house there. We are keeping our dirt home.
We're keeping our dirt home.
So we can travel back and forth. It'll be interesting to find places along the way. You'll get to a certain point, you leave the boat there. Either fly home, drive home.
Hitchhike home.
However you can
If you're
get
out
home.
there and you can get us home, please do.
We might need help.
We might need help. And then we will be traveling with our 2 crewmates, which happen to be little dogs.
Angel, who's a little Yorkie Poo, and Oliver, who is a little Havanese.
So they're going to get their lessons. We've been practicing with them on the boat to try to get them accustomed to being on a boat. They have no experience with that, so part of the reason
like me,
like Tressa.
Speaking of the route, our home port is Algonac Harbor Club in Algonac, Michigan. So that's where we'll take off from. Mm-hmm. And we will head up through Lake Huron, under the mighty Mackinac Bridge, into Lake Michigan. And then across to Lake Michigan, we're going to go down the Wisconsin side into Door County. Once we leave Lake Michigan, we'll go into the river system down by Chicago into the Illinois River.
That's correct, yeah. We'll go down that, and then we'll continue down that all the way down until we pop out in Mobile, Alabama, which will then put us in the Gulf of Mexico. And then from there, we will work our way around Florida and then jump down to the Keys, spend a little bit of time in the Keys, and then we'll start working our way back up a little ways, and we hope to jump off into the Bahamas, and ideally we'll spend 2 to 3 months there. That's our goal. We don't know if we'll meet that goal yet, but that is our goal. And then we'll come back across, and then we will start working our way up the east coast of the United States into New York. And then from New York, assuming that Canada is open and the borders are relaxed and we can travel those ways, then we will then go up into Canada. We hope to make it all the way up to Montreal and then back down, and then we'll cut across Canada through something called the Trent Severn Seaway, which contains lots of really, really unique locks that we're really looking forward to experiencing. And by that point, we'll have a lot of lock experience.
A lot of lock experience in.
Because coming down those rivers that we spoke about earlier, there is a tremendous amount of locks to pass through. And
if you do the traditional loop, there are over 150 locks, I believe it is.
A ton.
It's a lot of locks.
A lot of different locks. So
which we have never done, so that'll be an experience.
In and of itself. And we're going to try to, with this, we're going to try to share along with you the best way we can our experiences through all of those kinds of things. We're not professional videographers or any of that sort.
No.
So
bear with us.
Bear with us, and we apologize now if it doesn't turn out all that great. But we hope that we can convey our experience to you, and to share along with us something that we're fortunate to be able to do, and we're very thankful that we can do it as well. So that's kind of our journey, and if we complete this thing, it's something they call crossing your wake. In our case, while I grew up around boats and have been around them and even worked at a marina for many years in the summer as my youth, but truth be told, I was just a young person then. And
I did not grow up on the water. We had
at our cottage,
we had a bow rider.
Yeah,
that was the extent of my boating.
Yeah, so we had that, which was quite a bit different than what we have here with Treadwater. So once we went through that bad experience and that so much effort was put into it, and we get to survey and it doesn't go through, then we realized right away that, okay, we're going to up our budget a little bit, up our quality expectation a little bit, and that kind of changed the way we looked at the boats. Because again, we don't have endless money.
Right. So
the boat we're on today, Treadwater, is a 2002 boat. It's nearly 20 years old. So those were the vintages that we could afford to look in. So we took that and located a boat in Wisconsin, which happens to be the boat we are on now, and then went through the process and did everything, took delivery of the boat, had great friends help us get the boat home back to our now home port.
So our maiden voyage was we crossed Lake Michigan.
Yes. and so for those of you in the Loop community, it's pretty widely shared that the Great Lakes is actually one of the more scarier parts of the Loop. And so that was our maiden voyage, was crossing Lake Michigan
from Milwaukee to Holland.
And crazily enough, we're departing the Milwaukee harbor, and I'm getting a text from the broker who got a text from the previous boat owner who said, hey, this might not be the best day to cross Lake Michigan. You might want to consider turning around. So I'm looking at this text. I have my friend with me. I show him the text. We look at each other and we're like, we're going. But we didn't
tell us.
We did not share that with the girls. We kept that to ourselves. Right, wrong, or indifferent. That is.
It actually was a very smooth crossing. The waves weren't bad at all. It was a pretty calm day.
Yeah, right up until we got right close to shore. And then
we were within an hour of arriving. Yeah.
To Holland. We took the boat across.
And it still wasn't even that bad.
So that was our first voyage. Here I am keeping impending peril a secret. I probably shouldn't have done that.
And that better not happen again.
But needless to say, we made it. We had a wonderful trip. We took 21 days to bring the boat around. So for us, that really was our christening into the boat. Tress's kind of initial experience with the boat, it was a good indicator that we think we can do this. We think that this is
As long as
something we're
one of
gonna
you
do.
knows some boating, you're good. Because I was literally learning how to tie dock lines on the way across the lake
Yeah.
to our first marina.
To our first marina.
In Michigan. I knew nothing. So I was literally on YouTube learning how to tie dock lines as we were
not-
traveling across.
Yeah, YouTube University for not tying. So that's kind of how we got to where we are. It's kind of the trip we're gonna do. It's kind of what we intend to do with this YouTube channel and with our other social media, like our blog and our Facebook page. We're gonna try to invite you into our world and share along our journey, right? And so all we ask in return is that you like and subscribe. And if you have comments and criticisms and advice,
We'll take it all.
we'll take it all. Just feel free to put it out there. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I've got big shoulders and a big belly to go with them big shoulders, but we would love to have that input back from everybody.
Hopefully, the more of these you see, the better we will get.
Yeah, we'll
And
need a lot of practice.
so thanks for checking us out, and like and subscribe, and welcome to Tread Water.
Welcome to Tread Water.